Okay, good to be playing this week. It feels like I think everybody, the rest of the country seems like it's halfway through the schedule and we've just played 2 games. So, we're glad to be playing, but, you wish you could use one of those off weeks as a mulligan. We'll need one in October for sure. We got 9 straight. So, first time we're getting to play at home, and we're excited about that. Get back in front of our home crowd for the first time everywhere you go in town. It's like, when y'all play home games? So I think everybody's ready for that, as far as coaches, players, and just our support is ready to play one, at home. And we got a great opponent. A good way to kick the home schedule off with Liberty. Got a really good football team coming in. They played 3 games and 3-0, and they got a really good team. Coach Gill's done an excellent job with that program, and they're moving up to FBS, and with good reason. They got the money to do it, and got a great coach in place, and they're coming in ready to play. We hope we can return the atmosphere. We know our atmosphere is really good. We went up there last year. Their atmosphere was great, and I thought we played well in that environment. So we're looking for a great game. They're going to come in here, and it's going to be a hard-fought game. The difference in their team, I think they played 2 FBSs before they played us last year in SMU and Virginia Tech, and played well in both of those. They beat FBS school in Baylor this year, so they settled on quarterback. Last year we went up there, they wasn't settled on quarterback, and young guy kind of won the job, during that game and played really well, and I think played well the rest of the season. It is, lighting it up this year. He can really make some things happen, and he got a couple of receivers that are, really good. So a balanced, type offense, throw it a little bit more, but and then solid defensively. So, we got I'm anxious to see our guys, play again. We've had this, 2 weeks before in between games is kind of, a tough way to start the season with 2 open weeks, but I'm ready to get in a routine. I know they are as well, and get to, game weeks every week. So I thought we handled last week, pretty good. It did get monotonous, to be honest about it. The first off week, we handled it really well. Last year, I think we kind of maintained. I'm not sure how much better we got. So, we'll see going in this week how we handle practice and get ready to play. But like I said, I think that we made the best out of, last week as we could, and guys are just eager, kind of chomping at the bit, ready to play. But like I said, got a great opponent coming in here, so it ought to be a great venue.
Go ahead. John, obviously a different look on offense from what you faced the last time out.
Yeah.
Hey, how much of a shock is that? I guess what is the keys?
Well, I mean, I think we worked Georgia Tech stuff, the whole off season some, and you had 2 weeks to prepare for. So that's all you worked. Normal early off week like that, you would work some conference opponents, your next few opponents, things like that. We focused mainly on Georgia Tech because of the offense. So last week we focused on really ourselves, getting back to playing a normal conventional offense in today's world of football. So that, we're going to see the ball in the air a lot. We know that, so we spent a lot of time preparing for that last week, and and just really focusing on on Liberty, because they are multiple in what they give you formationally and different things. So we've got a lot of good work done, and I think that's always good. So going in this week, it's good to be playing a conventional offense for sure.
Reggie and Quan, just what's your impressions of their offense, and I guess how different a turn is it considering what you faced last game out?
Their offense, we feel like is very explosive. They make a lot of plays, and they just look to pass the ball a lot. So it's going to be a lot of opportunities, in the secondary to make some plays. And we feel like last game we kind of had some mistakes, when the ball was in the air, and we got a chance with the bye week to correct those mistakes, and we're looking forward to the opportunity.
But what Reggie was saying, they have a quarterback who really trusts his arm, and he can make every throw on the field, and they have receivers who go up there and make a play. But like Reggie was saying, I know they're going to prepare to correct their mistakes, and when it's time for the challenge, they're going to step up to it.
For the players, what are the challenges of having a schedule where you've had a game, off week,
Not really getting into a rhythm. Like last year, we probably had a chance to get into a rhythm, but like you play a game, you off, then it's just straight practice, and you're not going to play. It's hard to stay focused when it's not a game at the end of the week.
Your rhythm is really thrown off when you have a team like Georgia Tech who run different offenses than everybody. So, you got to just put that game away and just get back focused.
Like like they were saying, when you have an off week, you kind of be off of your game a little when you start back to play, get back to playing. Like during the off week, you kind of lackadaisical. You're not really trying to give it your all, trying to stay focused on staying healthy. And when it actually comes to the game, you try to key into the game and stay focused and trying to get back to the way that you need to play in order for the game that you have coming up.
It's got different. Usually when you have off weeks during the season, you're trying to catch your breath a little bit and recover and, stay healthy. So we should be the freshest, healthiest football team in the country, with 2 open weeks this early.
You touched on it, Coach Cross, you touched on it briefly in your opening statement, but did you feel like you guys got better last week?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Yeah, you just really don't know. You hope so. I feel like last week was not as good as the first, off week, but that's to be expected. It's just, just having 2 of them in a row like that, it's kind of tough. Preparing. But I thought we did the most with it as you could. I could see where some teams could get really, off base with that. We got a pretty, mature team, veteran team, so they handled the situation as well as they could. And they like to compete. We had some competitive situation in a few practices last week, and, we're able to maintain. That's what you worry about from a coach's perspective, is losing game speed. So I'm fairly confident we maintain game speed.
How big was the open date, especially for Bryant, and how did he bounce back?
I think just mentally he's fine. He's ready to get back out there and play and get that taste out of his mouth. He knows he can play better, and he's got to take care of the football. But I think getting back to playing is going to help him for sure.
For the players, have any of your fellow students asked when you've got a home game?
Yes, a lot of students they ready for a home game. I really feel like they tired of watching it on TV. For real, they ready to get out here.
The more the better. We need everybody to come out. They talking about it around campus, so the more they show up, we feed off of their momentum. So we need everybody to come out and support us.
A couple people have been asking me about when we playing at home, and I just told them we just had 2 away games, and our first home game is this upcoming Saturday. So I told them that we playing this Saturday and just come out and look forward to seeing a great game and come out and give us y'all support.
John, given how aggressive they are as far as getting it to so many different receivers and such an open offense that they play, how aggressive do you get defensively with this bunch in terms of rush, or do you play more dime packages? Or
You got to get pressure, I think, and our guys do that, whether we've, got 4 rushers or however many we bring, so we're able to get some pressure. I think it's up front. You got to find a way to create pressure, and, but this guy's got a quick release. He nullifies a lot of that and how quick he gets rid of the football. So you got to go in and, just do what we do and play the way we play. And, I think our DBs have got to play well and play coverage and, play tight coverage, because he's got an accurate arm. That's one of the things about him. He's very accurate. They throw the ball deep, so we're going to have shot after shot after shot, of deep balls. So I think that's what we've been preparing on last week and this week, just getting ready for that.
They convert on third downs more than 50% of the time. A couple weeks back it was winning first and second down. Is this week winning third down?
I think so. Our defense takes great pride in getting off the field on third down and, keeping that percentage way down. So they know third down is very, very important, but I think it is. First and second down is big too. It's if they're in, third medium, third and short, they got an advantage still, even though we're a passing team. So, keep them in those third and long situations, and hopefully we'll be able to keep them behind the sticks and be able to do that.
Reggie, how much have you and the DBs kind of talked about this game and look forward to that challenge that y'all will be facing?
We prepare for them like we prepare for everybody else. We still go out there and do a lot of extra work, and we study them a lot, and we're aware of how good they are, but we still going to be the same players and prepare for everybody the same. Coach Blackwell set a standard a long time ago, and we still got to meet that standard no matter who it is.